Alright, so I should be getting my Elite Freebie right now, or maybe right now, I don't know. I've got 4 picks remaining. Alright!
And his name is John Cena!
It's an Elite hit. Oh, damn it. Yo, it's Hideo Itami, who was just the Money in the Bank card in the last set of Money in the Bank rewards. Now I'm like, should I have gotten Hideo Itami, or... Actually, no. I prefer Goldberg, but... It kind of sucks that it just had to be Hideo, because he was one of the Money in the Bank cards. Whatever, man. Got my Elite Freebie. It's going to help me out in both Road to Glory and Wild Mode, and pretty much every other mode. What's up, my peeps, and welcome to another episode of my... Damn, almost in my career, I meant Supercard. Welcome to another Season 3 episode of Supercard. Time to play some Road to Glory, the Shane McMahon Road to Glory. The way I see it, every single event is a chance for me to improve my deck. I'm in the Elite tier, made it to the Elite tier from the Harden Plus tier. Check this out, Simon Gotch. That was, I think, my last... I don't know if it was my last SummerSlam poll or not, but one of my last SummerSlam polls before Season 3 came out. And I can actually pro him now, but I think he's actually like the worst SummerSlam card out there, or one of the worst. So, Shane McMahon, Road to Glory. This, like I said, is an opportunity for me to improve my deck, and I'm not missing any events this time, because I'm trying to climb up the ranks. The road to the Ultimate tier does not stop until, of course, I'm at the Ultimate tier. Now, here's the goal for this one. I'm actually trying to get the Big E card. That's what I want to get. The Elite card will help me out. The Ultimate card will help me out even more. So whatever I can do to improve my deck as quick as possible, I'll do. Now, of course, Shane McMahon would help even more, but I can't pro Shane McMahon. There's no chance of that because I didn't get the Road to Glory Shane McMahon card. So, when it comes to the deck, I'm currently in Harden Plus. I would be further into the Harden Plus tier, or maybe even the Harden Plus Plus, if I had all my strongest cards in there, fully trained and maxed out, but I've got a bunch of cards in here that I'm trying to train. For instance, I've got Sami Zayn. You've seen them both in my Road to Glory, not Road to Glory, Ring Domination deck last time. Also got Rusev, and another Rusev, and Baron Corbin. So I've got 5 cards that I'm trying to train. Actually, more than 5 cards. I've also got this Big E card who is maxed out, but I need to train him just a little bit more, and he'll be fully trained. So anyways, let's go ahead and start this. What I will do is get some title matches so we can move through this quicker. I have missed a couple of hours. This started like, I'd say 4 hours, actually more than 4 hours ago. 4 hours and 30-something minutes ago. We're going to go ahead, go with the 600 pack, or 75 pack, and let's start the grind. Alright, let's go. Now, the good thing is, whenever you're starting Road to Glory, you don't need to pay attention to the matches. You only have to pay attention when you're really training your cards to get the most out of your training, or to get the most out of the matches. So as you can see right here, this first match, or this second match, is a charisma match. It only involves 1 stat. I'm trying to train Sami Zayn the quickest possible, so I'll go ahead and use Y2J instead, hoping that the next match is going to involve 2 stats, so maybe like a power and toughness, or a charisma and speed or something. Okay, so it's not a 2-stat match, but I always wait to see if we're going to get a 2-stat match before using one of the cards that I'm trying to train. Alright, let's move on with Alexa Bliss here. Don't miss out on the events. You can always improve your deck with the events. It's a great opportunity to do so. So as you can see right here, we've got a 2-stat match. So we'll go ahead and use Rusev, because out of all these cards right now, Rusev is the only one that I'm trying to train in round number 2. Okay, we'll go with The Miz here. By the way, I might be streaming some Road to Glory while it's going on. Whether that's going to be today or tomorrow, I'll see. But of course, you can always follow me on Twitter, and you'll know when I'll stream. Or just check your notifications. Speaking of notifications, guys, if you aren't subscribed, if you see that bell on the bottom or next to the subscribe button, that actually gives you notifications. So cool, we've got a male tag team match. Usually I'd go with the 2 blue triangles, so we don't get a penalty, but I'm trying to train my cards here. 2 stats in a tag team, not going to miss out on an opportunity to train both Sami and Baron Corbin at the same time and get 2 stats out of the way for both. So like I was saying, there's a bell next to the subscribe button that will give you notifications whenever I upload a video. So make sure to click on that if you don't want to miss a thing. Alright, so we've gotten Ted DiBiase now. And up next is The Miz. My tip to you guys in this episode is to go ahead, take advantage of these events, and try and get something that will improve your deck, whether that's in Ring Domination, Road to Glory, or whatever it is. But then if you just, look at the events and if it's not a pro you don't play, then it's going to get harder to catch up later on, especially when they go ahead and add some new tiers. But if you go ahead and improve your deck every single time, whether that's from Money in the Bank, Ring Domination, Road to Glory, whatever it is, it's going to get easier and easier for you to complete these events and get stronger rewards from the events. Alright, so let's go with Goldberg and Big E here, hoping that the next match is going to be a 2-stat match for Sami Zayn, so I can go ahead, fully train Sami Zayn, max him out, and pro him and all that good stuff. So we're going to go with Alexa Bliss next, and afterwards Sami Zayn. Now, I'm actually thinking about possibly going for Shane McMahon. Usually I never go for a card, well, not never, because in Season 1 I used to do it a lot. But when Season 2 came out, I wouldn't go ahead and go for a card that I couldn't pro. But I'm actually thinking of going for the Ultimate Shane McMahon here in this case, because it would actually help out my deck a lot. Because for one, it's an Ultimate card, and that would be 2 Ultimate cards instead of 1, Big E and Shane McMahon, and on top of that, Shane McMahon is an event Ultimate card, so he's even stronger. He'd be even stronger than my Goldberg card, so it'd be a huge boost in all the modes in the game. It'd help me out a lot. Might go for Shane McMahon, might not, but currently the goal is Big E. If I find myself getting Big E and then having enough time where I can get Shane McMahon, then I might just go for him and get Shane McMahon. Whatever I can to go ahead and improve my deck for myself and also improve the team deck. The thing is, when they add these new tiers, that's when I really get motivated. When I'm not at the top tier, that's when I'm most motivated. When I'm at the top, that's when I slack. And that's what I did in Season 2. I was in the SummerSlam Plus tier. I could have been SummerSlam Plus Plus, but I was like, that's like 1 card away or whatever, so started just skipping a bunch of events. I was like, I'm already there, and Season 3 is going to come out, and we're all going to restart. Of course, we didn't restart, and that's where I started slacking. The motivation just wasn't there anymore. But now that I'm in this situation, I'm motivated to go ahead and get myself to the Ultimate tier and get some Ultimate cards and pro some Hardened cards, some Elite cards, and all of that. Right now, I'm just getting all these, event cards, or, not even event cards, but I mean, the Elites from Ring Domination and the Ultimates from Road to Glory, whatever. But I want to get them without the events. Basically, I want to get myself to that tier where I'm actually pulling them instead of just waiting until an event pops up, and then that's when I can actually get an Ultimate card, because I'm not in that tier at the moment. Oh, check this out. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. Speaking of that, right now I'm kind of split. I'm like, is Chris Jericho are Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens really no longer on the same page, or are they planning something? Are they just, messing with Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon? Mainly Mick Foley, because of course, after Chris Jericho went ahead and punched Seth Rollins with the Sin Cara mask, he was about to get punished, right? And when he's about to get punished, that's when him and Kevin Owens are, no longer friends. That's why I'm a bit suspicious, and I'm like, this might just all end up, a storyline where Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens plan this so people think that they're no longer friends, and then when it comes time for the big match, when it comes time for Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at Roadblock, that's when Chris Jericho goes ahead and costs Roman Reigns the championship match. Because Mick Foley didn't punish Chris Jericho because he was like, hey, you don't need to punish me. I'm just going to leave the arena right now. So, I'm not sure. I don't know. What's going on? Okay, card limit reach or enhancement limit reach. Okay, let's go ahead And I used that to go ahead and train one of these cards. Sami Zayn, this one I think is fully trained. Yep, he is fully, leveled, not trained. I'll go ahead and level up this Sami Zayn, so he's ready. Oh, damn, look at all these, damn, that's a shit ton of super rare cards. Okay, level 11 just from the super rares. Let's go ahead and use the uncommon ones now. And what's that gonna get him to? Come on. Oh, I forgot, I'm trying to get rid of the enhancement cards, but I'm here getting rid of the normal cards. So let's go to enhancements. And what's that gonna get him to? Okay, only 19. Yo, man, come on. It's season 3. You should get rid of the waiting on network issue, man. How is this? Like, add some more. Okay, there we go. Come on, common. Waiting on network? Okay, no. Because it took a while there. I think I'm good now. Now, going back to the whole Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens situation. Do you think that it's all a plan? That they're still friends, but, it was a way for Chris Jericho to just get out of trouble and they're gonna get back together, whether that's at Roadblock, whatever? Or do you think that they're actually done, that they're no longer friends? Let me know in the comments. I think I'm actually gonna go with this is a plan. They're planning this out, they're trying to fool everybody and trying to get Chris Jericho out of trouble by pretending like they're no longer, associating with each other, whatever. And then they're going to get back together when it matters, like when there's a big title match or something like that. And reason being, the reason why I'm going with that is that it just feels off. Like, Kevin Owens told them to shut up, and that was it. Then they're no longer friends. Like, it doesn't seem like a way they'd end a friendship like that in the WWE. I think they'd end it with something like one of them actually turning on the other by attacking him, by ambushing him, or something like that. Maybe they're in the tag team title match, Kevin Owens snaps because they lose and he attacks Chris Jericho, or maybe Kevin Owens loses the title because Chris Jericho messed up or he bumped into Chris Jericho, he attacks him, and that's when it ends. But for it to end just because Kevin Owens told him to shut up, I doubt that's the case. So I'm actually going to go ahead and say that this is all planned between the two. But anyways, we just got the Rock card, and now we're on to the Survivor card, and we're out of bouts. Update on Money in the Bank, currently have 4K contract, so still a long way to go to get that second Goldberg, but I will get that second Goldberg and pro that. As far as getting some other cards on top of the Goldberg cards, I'm not sure if that's going to be possible, but definitely going to get that second Goldberg to pro. I would have more contracts, but currently the ad system is messed up. Sometimes I'll get some ads, but I'll get less ads than I usually would, and then sometimes I just won't get any bouts for the ads that I watch. And the funny thing is, you'll watch the ad, and this has been going on since like season 2. You'll watch the ad, and afterwards it'll tell you no ads available. But I just watched an ad. More like no bouts available. Oh, and by the way, check out the latest support card that I pulled. It's an AJ Styles card running away, it seems, with a Money in the Bank briefcase. Is this foreshadowing AJ Styles the next Money in the Bank winner? And this was the first time I had seen this support card. I didn't know this existed. The picture I'm talking about. I know there was a briefcase support card, just didn't know it was AJ Styles with the briefcase. A comment I got on Twitter from a teammate in Team Deagle, PCP, he said, it looks like AJ Styles is stealing the briefcase. I agree, it actually looks like that, and the way he's looking at you, it's like, bitch, don't tell anybody, you don't want none. So, that's it. I'm out, guys. See ya.